is all but done with, except for one game that's left. Two of the best teams that are fit to do battle for one more final game. I mean, throw the question out there to start the show. Who do you guys think is going to take Game 7, Jets or Preds?
Seems to be the away teams are winning, so I'm going to go with Winnipeg.
Yeah?
Just based on that fact.
Yeah, he's got a good point. I mean, this series has went, for the most part, road team seems to be, outside of games 1 and 2, they were split.
Yeah, Winnipeg 1-1 in Nashville.
And Winnipeg destroyed Nashville in Nashville, 6-2. That game was in Nashville.
That was Game 5.
It was game 5, yes. Yeah.
But also, yeah, that's
And
a good
then
point.
Nashville 4-0 in game 6 in Winnipeg. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Pekka Rinne, probably his best game in the playoffs was his last game.
Yeah, and if you can put another one up.
And, like, the goalie's got to steal you a few games here and there in the playoffs. And it just has.
They really haven't been for these teams this series.
No.
Like you said, last game was Pekarine's star performance, but
Yeah.
I think he kind of took it out of Winnipeg after, I think it was Arvidsson. He scored with like 16 seconds in the first minute of the game.
Yeah.
It was total momentum killer.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I watched some of that game and pretty good hockey. And,
yeah, they're two of the best teams in the whole league. So
yeah, I know Scott had you had a good point about I believe if Nashville won, right?
if Nashville wins,
Yes. If Nashville wins, it will be the first time each division winner will have advanced to the conference finals.
First time ever.
Yeah.
Wow,
that's kind of amazing. Actually, you think about it, the long as the league's been around.
100 years. I mean, yeah, it's neat to see. I mean, if it happens, I mean, it's neat, but
Yeah, I wonder if it'll be the first time that the league leader. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but like because President's Trophy winning Predators and the top team in the West, that's probably happened before.
yeah, I don't know.
I'm assuming so in the time of the league.
Tampa
right?
was the best in the.
Yeah, so if Tampa and Nashville would
What
be.
about, oh, sorry, interrupted.
Go ahead.
What about Vancouver? When they went to the finals that 1 year, were they President's Trophy?
I want to say I think they might have been. They might have been.
Boston.
They were one of those years. Vancouver did win the Presidents.
And Boston was on the other side. I think Boston was up there too.
Yeah.
Kind of a neat fact, yeah.
But I guess jumping to Boston, they're out now, so.
Yep. And apparently there's no licking allowed on the golf course, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Like, it's clearly unsportsmanlike.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
It's a good tactic, for
it
sure.
kind of is because
it's
I don't-
taking it too far.
yeah, it's like it's typical Marchand going over the line. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like,
instigating, for sure.
yeah. But I mean,
Just like the Avery rule, there's going to be a Marchand rule.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
lick or kiss people.
no, and there might be.
Yeah.
Huh?
But yeah, I think there should be a penalty of some kind.
Like, I can see it maybe getting away with it in the first series, Komarov or whatever. You know what I mean? But now the league knew that he did that.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, if they were watching or they weren't watching, I mean, like, or sorry, like if they warned him or didn't warn him.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't clear about that either.
I know I've heard they didn't. I heard they did, but if they did or didn't, doesn't matter. The league still knows he did it.
Yeah.
Right? It's
and
all over everywhere. So you can't tell me they're not aware of it. So if he did it again, it should have been automatic, at least an automatic 2-minute power play for Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Not sportsmanlike, if anything. But I mean, he's just the kind of guy who wants to try to get you off your game.
Yeah.
And it seems like he'll do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard they interviewed him, and he literally said, "I'll do anything to win." So
Yeah.
that's just the kind of player he is. Which
Good player to have in your team.
good player to have on your team, but he
His tactics aren't always the best.
yeah, But I mean, yeah, Not gonna lie, I'm shocked Boston's out in 5 games.
Yeah, me too. I thought they were going to be the team that took that series.
Yeah, and I think if I recall, I thought Boston beat Tampa too.
Tampa Bay turned out to
Yeah,
a
and-
whole new level in round 2.
After game 1, like Boston beat them pretty good, 6-2, I believe, and like Braden Point. You know, we've talked about this before, but he was -5, and you know, and that line struggled against Marchand, Bergeron, and Pastrnak. And then after that game,
Game 2, Point had a 4-point game.
yeah, and it just, I don't know, just Tampa just took the rest of the series over.
So I know this it's probably too soon to maybe talk about it, but do you think it's Point's play has boosted him into Conn Smythe talks,
Well,
considering all the names they have?
yeah, and I was going to bring up that point about
Nah.
Point. That, yeah, I honestly think he's been Tampa's best player.
Yeah,
Outside
I
of
would
that
say so
game
too.
1.
Yeah, everyone has a bad game.
But, I mean, yeah, like, I wouldn't say Scott's wrong there. I mean,
Yeah,
like if you had to pick somebody from Tampa, that would be my
yeah.
Yeah.
guy to pick at this point.
Yeah. Go to the other side, though. Washington. I don't know if there's a definite Washington guy.
Ovechkin's been good.
Yeah.
Kuznetsov been really good too. He's scored some timely goals.
Yep.
I mean, that jumps into something else I wanted to mention about him flopping like a bird. I don't know what you guys feel, if that's too much or is that just
I mean,
that's just, you know what I mean, like,
traditionalists are gonna be against it because they don't like the showboating and all that kind of stuff, and
or is it just entertainment?
yeah, that's the other side too.
I honestly don't think Pittsburgh cared.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, as in, he did it, and they're like, oh, like,
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
not-
he did it
Yeah.
when he scored a breakaway goal in
yeah.
the previous game, and he also did it when he scored the OT winner.
Yeah.
Pretty emotional goals. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's not
And-
like Nail Yakupov would shoot a
Yeah.
goal
Yeah.
and he's.
Yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't shoot a goal. It was tying goal, but whatever.
Yeah, just a regular everyday goal in the regular day season, right?
Yeah, and I know Holtby is really,
He's
Turned it around.
yeah, this past series he was actually really good.
he really grabbed his
And-
job back.
And I don't know, like, I watched the overtime and there was a couple shifts Pittsburgh had some chances.
It just almost seemed like they were run down.
They hit the post and Riley Shan, you know, he had a really good shift. That line actually almost scored
Yeah.
twice. But outside of that, Pittsburgh to me seemed tired. Like, I don't know what you guys. To me, they just seemed they were. It's a lot of hockey in 3 years actually.
Yep.
It's a lot of hockey. I mean, when they lost, you could tell they were disappointed because you know they had that. They still wanted. They still want to win.
Still hungry,
But
yeah.
they almost seemed okay with it too. They weren't like devastated. Nobody looked devastated when I was. You know what I mean? Crosby was okay, Malkin, because they've been winning, and I think they were just kind of like, you know what I mean?
They
Like,
took it as far as they could,
Yeah.
and next day.
and I believe I was watching. I believe it was John Shannon on TV there on the panel. He made a good point. Pittsburgh was missing Ron Hainsey,
Yep.
Trevor Daley, and there was another veteran that they lost to. Oh, Ian Cole.
They,
Also,
they lose Matt
Kunitz,
Cullen too.
Matt Cullen.
Well, yeah, but he was just saying on the back
Oh.
end.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
forward-wise, they had Broussard to replace Bernino, but
Yeah,
they said, who did they use to replace Daley, Hainsey,
cool.
and Ian Cole? 3 guys that were on the Cup-winning team last year.
I don't know if they used anybody.
Well, they brought, I guess, Hunwick in. But, I mean,
Yeah.
he ain't as good as any of those guys, but...
When it showed.
And I thought he made a good point when he said that. I was like, yeah, I guess they
Well-
never really did. But they expected Oli Mata and younger guys to fill those shoes.
But it showed what Ron Hainsey can do when in round 1, the way he put up numbers and ate a lot of ice time, and I don't think any of the young guys they replaced him with could do the stuff that Ron Hainsey was doing.
Yeah, and that's where maybe Pittsburgh maybe lost, was on the younger defense this time around. In the last 2 years, they've brought a veteran in or a couple in, you know.
Yeah, I mean, they did good bringing in Brassard. That was a really, really good.
It was a good pickup, but where was he in the second round, along with a few other guys, but
Yeah, that's true.
apparently only 4 Pittsburgh guys scored in the second round. That was Crosby, Malkin, Hornquist, and Getzel. So where was Kessel? Where was you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Where was those other guys?
the guys who pushed
Hagelin.
them last year?
Yeah,
Hornquist.
Broussard would have been one. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, they needed all their guys.
I don't know. I think they're just a little tired.
And injured. I think they're all pretty beat up.
Malkin, I think's.
I mean, in
I
the
think
coming
Malkin's
days, it's
there.
going to come out.
Backstrom's hurt. Apparently,
Rastrom was
illness.
out last game.
Yeah, and if it would have went to game
7.
7, they figured he would have been out again. So.
Yeah, so maybe he'll have some time to heal.
Just game 6 is Pittsburgh got pretty fortunate with their goal too. It was kind of a weird tip in,
Yeah.
and then Crosby didn't get his first shot till third period.
Third period or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a weird game.
Yeah.
You kind of expected both of them to come out. Like,
They both. It seemed like they both were almost sitting back, not taking a chance.
very defensive.
Yeah, very defensive for those two teams, but
Which is odd for, especially like with Kuznetsov and Ovechkin, and I mean Backstrom was hurt, but guys like that on their team. I mean TJ Oshie.
I mean, Washington finally beat Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Finally.
Got that.
Not gonna lie, I didn't know if they were ever going to.
I didn't think so either.
Going into this, I mean, I picked Pittsburgh to win the cup again, to be honest. So obviously, I predict them to go far. I mean, yeah. I mean, good for them. I mean,
It's that Boston, Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa,
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, Washington. The team that can never get over the other team.
yeah.
And
Well, and even just comparison, Ovechkin and Crosby. Those two have been on the teams the whole time they've been beating them, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's when basically this has been a comparison, right? This
and-
basically
and
started
it
that
always,
era.
It always will be
Yeah.
until they both retire, or one of them retires. But apparently, well, no, I guess even in the early 2000s, Pittsburgh beat Washington every time too.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's been about 20 years since they beat Pittsburgh
Well, it's
in
been-
a series, and they have met a handful of times.
Well, it's been 20 years since Washington's gotten this far.
Yeah, 98.
98. So almost 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, that was 98 that year, though. Not 98, 99. This is. Yeah, so it was 20 years.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But it was 19 seasons. Correct or no?
That would be 20th. This
Yeah.
year, I would believe. Yeah, 98. 97, 98 seasons, yeah. This is 17, 18, so 20 years.
Because they played Detroit. Who did they play in the final?
Detroit, yeah.
Detroit? Yeah, okay. For the two-peat or whatever.
But yeah, it's. I mean, it's kind of neat, I guess. Finally beat,
Yeah.
like, as a guy that likes hockey, but I mean, I was cheering for Pittsburgh, but it's still good for them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good for elite player like Ovechkin. I mean,
Yeah.
probably the best goal scorer of the modern day era.
Yeah, until
And-
Patrick Laine may unseat him. But that's almost a new era, right? New generation.
Ovi seemed pretty happy in his
Yeah.
post-game interview.
Yeah.
You just can't blame him.
No, that's a long time to only get as far as the second round every time,
I mean,
and to be that good. Like,
you could be Jay Bomeister and only start making the playoffs like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Since he left Florida for to
they
make the
showed a
playoffs.
list. They showed a list of guys that Taylor Hall. This was his first playoffs.
Yep.
That's a lot of games to play until he makes the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Hainsey, his first year was last year,
Wow,
playing in the
yeah.
playoffs, and he won the cup. I believe so. Yeah. So. Yeah. But moving on here. How about the Golden Knights? I mean,
Just unbeatable.
Like, it's safe to say they're the real deal.
I think so.
yeah. I mean, we've been telling them all year.
Yeah.
Like, we could go back to the beginning of when we started the show, pretty much. And
Yeah.
if I looked what I said, it'd probably be, it's a matter of time. Matter of time they're going to fall out. I've been saying that all year.
I don't even think they were a team when we started this podcast.
No, but I'm saying...
I don't think their players were drafted yet.
But I mean, it's just...